Hello there, lovely people. It is I, Magnanix. The video that you are seeing in the background is the archived footage of the recent modeling stream, wherein I put Purple Butts-chan into the Doom Marine, or Doom Slayer's armor. As is now becoming customary with these videos, I figured that it would be a nice time to provide the history of the Doom Slayer. This history and the information herein is provided freely on the Doom wikia and is curated by wonderful individuals. But before going into this brief history, let me take a moment of your time to thank my wonderful patrons. It is due to you, lovely people, as well as those people who subscribe and donate to me directly, that show me, through feedback and your presence, that what I am doing is enjoyable to someone, somewhere, out there in this wide and wonderful world. So thank you, Curious Cryptogenic, Evan Fang, Flying Bear, Jinrai, Kai Kotsu, Soul Flayer, Wakuzo, and your pal Jinx. Truly, thank you for all of the support you give me, and thank you to you, dear viewers, for the support you are showing me by watching this silly little time-lapse video. I hope you truly enjoy it. Now then, back to the history. Long ago, across worlds and time, in another universe, the Doom Slayer had become a great hero when he saved Earth from an invasion by the demons from Hell. He continued to carry the left hind foot of his pet rabbit, Daisy, killed by the marauding demons when their invasion of Earth began. He carried it as a reminder of innocence lost, not for luck. After all, it wasn't very lucky for Daisy. The armor he wore became iconic, and it changed the world. At some point, the wide-eyed Doom Slayer found himself again newly transferred to Mars. The soldier got more than he had bargained for when Dr. Betruger betrayed the Union Aerospace Corporation, or UAC for short. During his battles to protect Earth, he found himself trapped in Hell, fighting an eternal battle with the demons. He would travel across time and worlds to save the multiverse, sometimes finding himself pulled to battle other champions from other worlds and alternate Earths in the Arena Eternal. In this earlier period, he received new armor that fit him like a glove. He continued to be the great champion, defending many worlds from the demons and killing them in Hell. The Slayer's testaments described him as an ancient and mystical time-traveling warrior called the Doom Slayer, or the Hell Walker, who was either banished to Hell or chose to stay there. The Doom Marine proceeded to rampage his way across Hell for eons as an unstoppable force of death and destruction, becoming an icon of fear to all demons. Report files from the UAC database. Slayer's Testament 1, UAC Report File, H8UM66S. In the First Age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood. Burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered by the fires of Hell and tainted beyond ascension. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood he scoured the umbral plains, seeking vengeance against the Dark Lords who had wronged him. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doom Slayer. Slayer's Testament 2, UAC Report File 9REIZDUR. Tempered by the fires of Hell, his iron will remained steadfast through the passage that preys upon the weak, for he alone was the Hell Walker, the unchained predator who sought retribution in all quarters, dark and light, fire and ice, in the beginning and the end. and he hunted the slaves of doom with barbarous cruelty, for he passed through the divide as none but demon had before. Slayer's Testament 3, UAC Report File HR93TE1F. And in his conquest against the blackened souls of the doomed, his prowess was shown. In his crusade, the Seraphim bestowed upon him terrible power and speed, and with his might he crushed the obsidian pillars of the blood temples. He sent forth without pity upon the beasts of the 9 circles, unbreakable, incorruptible, unyielding. The Doomslayer sought to end the dominion of the Dark Realm. Slayer's Testament 4, UAC Report File I3S5A9XB. The age of his reckoning was uncounted. The scribes carved his name deep in the tablets of hell across eons, and each battle etched terror in the hearts of the demons. They knew he would come, as he always had, as he always will, to feast on the blood of the wicked. For he alone could draw strength from his fallen foes, and ever his power grew, swift and unrelenting. Slayer's Testament 5, UAC Report File ZPH-VM41A. None could stand before the horde but the Doomslayer. Despair spread before him like a plague, striking fear into the shadow dwellers, driving them to deeper and darker pits. But from the depths of the abyss rose the Great One, a champion mightier than all who had come before, the Titan of immeasurable power and ferocity. He strode upon the plain and faced the Doomslayer, and a mighty battle was fought on the desolate plains. The Titan fought with the fury of the countless that had fallen at the Doomslayer's hand, but there fell the Titan, and in his defeat the Shadow Horde were routed. Slayer's Testament 6, UAC Report File WMHVVFJ. And in his terrible rancor between worlds and through time, the Hellwalker found the wretch who shall not be named, but in his heresy was loyal to his evil cause. The wretch adorned the Doomslayer in a mighty armor, wrought in the forges of hell, impenetrable and unyielding. With sword and shield of adamantine strength, the Doomslayer set to banish all that were left unbroken by his savagery to the void. Slayer's Testament 7, UAC Report File JSL R7ESL. Yet as the mighty Titan fell, and dread engulfed the armies of doom, the demon priests of the Blood Temple laid a trap to capture this scourge of hell. Insatiable, even by the vanquishing of the Great One, the Hellwalker sought prey in the tombs of the Blood Keep, and, blinded by his fervor, the lure drew him in. The priests brought down the temple upon the Doomslayer, and in his defeat entombed him in the cursed sarcophagus. The mark of the Doomslayer was burned upon his crypt, a warning to all of hell that the terror within must never be freed. There he lies still, and evermore, in silent suffering. End of UAC Report Files. His one-man war was only ended after he was lured into a trap, allowing the forces of hell to collapse one of their temples on top of him. Entombed inside a stone sarcophagus, he was sealed away in the Kadingir Sanctum, hopefully forever. Unfortunately for the demons, the Doom Marine sarcophagus was eventually retrieved by the UAC on one of the alternative Earths, and brought back to Mars. Sure enough, after Hell commences its invasion of Mars, the Doom Marine awakens as bloody-minded as ever. He then arms himself with a pistol, reclaims his Praetor suit, and begins to fight the hordes of Hell once more. After ripping and tearing, wreaking havoc and sowing destruction, the Doomslayer is once more put into stasis again, while plans are being prepared. Doom is a wonderful game, filled with a lot of gore, blood, and violence against demonkind. It tells the story of an amazing hero, one who has self-sacrificed and become nothing but his own original ambition, pure bloodshed, bloodthirst, and hatred of all demonkind. This Doom Slayer does not take instruction well, and in fact at every opportunity ignores it completely, simply finding the fastest way to the most brutal outcome that he can find. I truly enjoyed playing through the Doom game on stream, and I hope that everyone that was there to witness me go crazy with bloodthirst truly enjoyed the ride. Often is the game where I find a tool that allows me to be brutal and barbaric, which I will admit I do quite happily enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed this small video, and as before, the model you see in the background will be available over on my Patreon. The link for the download is in the description of this video. Thank you again, wonderful people, for watching this little video of mine, and don't forget to rip and tear your enemies to pieces. Farewell for now.